She fluent in that cash talk. Walk in the booth like Naomi on the catwalk. And tell them bitches whoop whoop from the Jaguar. It ain't even right though. Push me and I might go. She ain't getting money. I'm like, what the fuck the hype for? When them bitches bite flow, make my appetite go. Poof, gone, voila, magic. Looking mad good just to pull up on them rampant.
Hey guys, welcome back to Unhinged and Immoral. We have a special guest today. This is my son, Flex Alexander. He's very clingy at the moment. He's 8 weeks old and he whines and he like literally screams like someone's abusing him if I leave him in the next room. So he is going to be a guest on the pod today. He's our first official guest.
Yay.
Yes, say that, Flex.
What you want to start off with first? We have so
much. I mean, now so last week we were together and
Yes.
right now Flex is gnawing on my wrist, but we went out Jamila had me outside every day she was here. Like, I don't even live like that no more.
And I don't either. I just felt like when in Rome.
Well, we don't do that in Houston. I don't go out.
It's just like, I'm not here all the time, so we're going to have a great time. We're going to go out. Duh. I think I got there actually Saturday.
Mhm.
I came to your house Sunday night, and then I just spent the
recorded,
night. And then we
and they
recorded
saw
Monday.
that. And then you
Yes.
fell out at fucking Lost and Found. Remember you?
I did.
You have a passing out disease, a
Yes.
condition. What's it called again? Because the whole what got it was everyone in the comments like, oh my God, I have that too.
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh, family. So what I have is a genetic disorder called vasovagal syncope. It essentially means that my blood vessels contract, whatever the fuck, very quickly. And
Mhm.
because it does that, it causes me to lose consciousness and feel very nauseous.
And fall
yeah.
the fuck out.
And fall out. So, some people who have the condition, they have different triggers. The most commonly known trigger is actually the sight of blood. But I am not triggered by blood. As a matter of fact, I'm around blood all the time.
Oh yeah, because you're a doula.
Yes.
We always forget that little piece that Jamila delivers babies sometimes or helps.
Just a fun fact. But yeah.
Okay.
But those aren't my triggers. My triggers are typically exhaustion, heat, sex.
Explain. Elaborate.
Well, so
Wait, have you literally passed out while fucking?
no, thank
Okay.
God. Because
That would be crazy.
that would be such a...
Isn't that how Kevin Samuels died?
Well, he had heart problems,
Okay.
ironically. I
But
don't
he
have
fell
any
out on
heart
top of that
problems.
lady.
Yeah, he had like a whole heart attack. I am not having heart
That's
attacks.
really sad though. Like on the real tip, that's sad for both of them. Can you imagine you're fucking someone and they die on top of you? I would scream. I
Yeah,
would
this
never
is
want
not
anyone
the
to
color
touch me
purple.
again.
I don't want any of that to happen. But typically, so you have to think about what happens when you're having intercourse. Not that I've ever done that before, but you have to think about what happens when you're doing those things. It's a lot of action, right?
Mhm.
Exertion,
Mhm.
and it can cause your blood vessels to contract, and sometimes it makes me nauseous after, and I just throw up a couple of times. Nothing crazy
Throw
though.
up.
Yeah.
My son is like
Yeah.
biting the shit out of my finger right now. He's teething. He's like literally a real baby.
Oh yeah, no, them newborns.
I know you can't see him in the other camera, but he's
I was
so
gonna say, I'm looking
tiny.
at my laptop now.
He's so
cute.
little. He's like literally.
I don't know. You getting him after I left is crazy, but whatever.
I didn't decide I was gonna get him until after you left. You
Right.
know I'm an impulsive person, and then I'm so
This is
impulsive
true.
that like I make it happen. Like I'm not someone who has to think about it. It's like, no, I've decided this. It's happening. Like I
You
decided on
moving to
Saturday.
Houston.
It's like literally. If we're even getting back
I
to how
said,
I
what?
ended up out here, I said I'm moving to Houston, and 3
Literally.
weeks later was living in Houston. Like, no,
Literally.
this is actually my personality type. I'm very impulsive.
Crazy.
So when you were out here physically, I did not know that he was going to be here. I
Understand.
had not decided that yet. Okay, so what was your favorite night that you were out here? Because we went out every single night, as stated.
Every. So I feel like they were each my faves for different reasons. I feel like the first night where we went to, where the fuck did we go? Adore. I
Yes,
feel
the
like
first night at the door.
that was just like fun. We had like a little section outside. And it was like, it felt good outside. It was hot that day. So it felt nice outside.
You had passed out earlier in the day. And then remember they bought the
Yes.
fan and put it like right in front of our section?
And I said, well, this is exactly what I needed.
No,
Thank
it
you.
was the way you took your sweater off.
Yeah, I had to declothe
Mhm.
because, mind you, it was cool. when I had went out earlier. So I'm like, okay, like, well, like, what am I supposed to do now? I have on a sweater. So I put on a sweater. We get there. I'm like, well, it's rather warm.
Mm-hmm.
This won't do. This won't do.
It wasn't going to work.
Thankfully, I had on a tank top underneath. So I just took my sweater off and just placed it, right beside me. And I was good to go for the night. And then on top of that, the lady ended up figuring out the fan and we turned the fan on. I said, well, now we have a party.
Something that made me laugh the whole time is that last week on the pod, we said that Jazz and Sharonda are like disgustingly lesbian. Yes. And then we were able to back that up with evidence because like every night they pulled up together, they were matching. And it was like, I
told y'all. I'm not lying when I say they're gay.
They were black. They were the first night they were in black and like leather vibes, like all black. And well, their orange night I thought was really cute because it was like, oh, you guys have given us different aesthetics too. Like y'all are lit. I love that.
Very gay, very gay.
Okay, so that was Friday.
Yes. We went out.
No, that Adore was Friday.
Adore was Wednesday.
Thursday was Sugar Room.
Which was cool. That white boy.
Let me tell you something. Look.
What's that white boy name?
That is Chris, girl.
Shout out to Chris, white boy from Houston.
Yeah, they say he used to go by white boy Chris. He go by Saint Chris now.
Well, shout out to St. Chris from Houston, baby. Your white ass was spinning that goddamn music. I said,
every single time. I was telling Sabrina, I said, this, like how people, because every time we go, like, we be in front, and I know that, like, people recognize you. I'm like, this motherfucker probably think we following him. But his shit be so lit that it's like, we do. I mean, I follow him on Instagram, so whenever he posts that he's doing an event, I'm like, oh, we should go to this. And it's always like, I have to say, he has never disappointed. Like, anything that man DJ... Like, even the way he's spinning the mix and the transitions, that's like the sign of a good DJ. I keep wanting to call him a nigga. That motherfucker's a good DJ. Like,
you fucking wigger. Good shit. I had to follow him on Instagram. I'm like, let me know when you in Atlanta.
Yeah, he be traveling too. He was
let me know, because that white boy can spin. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little 1 and 2. I'll give you a little 1 and 2. Yeah, no, he ate. So that was cool. And then we followed him again for the next day.
That's why. No, but this is why I said, ugh.
I forgot what that was about. But the record. Lost record?
Off the record. So he was at Sugar Room Thursday. And then he's out Off the Record on Fridays.
Yeah. But we didn't even really get to see him
at Off the Record
because he got there later. But the DJ there was cool too.
We was top child by
and Friday. That was such a cute spot. I love
Off the Record is so cute. Like aesthetically,
how they had it.
They
had a Michael Jackson mural by the bathroom.
I went on a date there one time, and the date was like not good. But that was the first time I went there, and I was
gonna say that's a cute date spot though.
Not when the niggas doesn't like makes you buy your own drink.
Oh,
yeah. But then I didn't end up paying for it because the bartender had recognized me from TikTok. So when I went to hand her my card, she was like, "Oh no, girl, it's good." And I was like, "Oh my god, thank." But it wasn't that we went there on a night where it wasn't crowded. It was like a random Wednesday night or something like that. So she kind of was peeping what was going on, and then she got in our conversation. So then I was more talking to her than him because When
Where did you meet this jigaboo that didn't pay for your drink?
You want to hear what's disgusting? I've never and I'm going to give you 2 details that kind of cancel each other out. Okay, so 1, he was Nigerian. Now, crazy. I've never been on a date with a Nigerian man and he's ever made me pay for anything. Like, but also the motherfucker was from California specifically.
I was gonna say
Oakland.
It's giving first generation.
Even in Houston they don't do that. But that was some Cali shit though. Like when he said, "Oh, I'm from Oakland," I said, "Oh, I'm from Sacramento." Oh, that makes sense why you was like pay for your drink. I said, "Okay,
got it."
Well, I hated that, but whatever. And then it was like, and I'll be honest, his conversation wasn't bad. Like his conversation was real good.
Well, I would hope he have something.
I mean, unfortunately I couldn't get past. I couldn't get past. I was just so stuck on like, you invited me here. Like, you don't have $13 for the happy hour drink?
No, that's crazy.
And you work in like tech. Like you're like an engineer.
So really he's just a cheap bastard.
Yeah, you bastard bitch.
What
Shout
the
out,
hell?
Remember when Free had that said, "You bastard bitch. Look what he did to you."
No, that's insane. I've had quite a few not so pleasant dates. And I don't want any more.
No, and so that's what I'm saying. It wasn't that date was unpleasant because we ended up rapping shit. Do you get what I'm saying? To the point where this is how good of a conversationalist I am, Jamila. We went to a spot across the street to eat. I can't think of the name of it. He ended up buying my meal there and then referenced the fact he was like, oh, I'm sorry that, I don't want you to think I'm weird. Yeah, because you already knew, nigga. Like you knew what the fuck time. He was like, man, he's like, you're just so cool. I definitely want to see you again. I was like,
well, no.
Well, I didn't like that. But again, that was my first time going off the record. And I was like, oh, this is such a cute little spot. I will be here again.
Thanks for putting me on.
Thanks for putting me on. Like, this was super cute. But no.
Yeah, that was a cute spot. There was some cute boys there.
At Off the Record, Jamila, do you realize I was about to like buck in there? I feel like everyone was.
At Off the Record? Not because
Yes.
at Sugar Room, we almost fought them bitches at Sugar Room. Not gonna lie to you. Especially when my cousin got there.
I almost fucking punched Frankie in the face.
Because let me tell you something. It was these 3 girls and they were doing a lot of bumping and hitting. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And when my cousin got there, she's a little cuckoo. We had to keep moving her out the way. We was finna throw down in that
is also from
club.
Oakland.
True. She's also a Scorpio.
Yeah.
So it was only so much we could do, but thankfully she was in a good mood.
So they were drunk, and then they also did recognize us. So it kind of gave like, they wanted to be in the mid, like around us, but they were lit. So they weren't like.
It wasn't cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like, be cool, and I'm cool, but they weren't cool. You know what I'm saying? They weren't being cool.
They were shit faced.
They were doing a whole fucking lot.
I was gonna say that's the key here. They were also shit faced, and not sometimes. When you're shit faced, you lose like all cognitive. Like,
you act a damn fool.
And
so I don't like getting bumped into that.
So that was the issue with me at Sugar Room, though. I mean, at Off the Record. Do you remember when you were like in that young man's face when you?
I was gonna say when you were in love in the club. Was this when I was doing a lap?
No, this was after the lap when you had put your ass on that young man, and the rest of us were sitting there like, oh. I thought we were simply, like, first of all, Jamila, the person who you do a lap, and like obviously you do a lap to like make eyes and do all this shit. But Jamila, the friend who gonna get caught up and then want to stand there for the whole night. Like, no, the whole point of the lap is like, and then is you finna buy me a drink? Like, well, what are we doing here? Like, what's happening with the lap?
I just feel like I'm being put out on Front Street right now.
That's not even the point. The point is, it was so fucking crowded. So Jamila's like hugged up on this random nigga, God bless him. And he's standing next to this boy who's like, I thought he was Mexican. He was Hispanic or something. But he had an Edgar-like fade. So that's why I thought he was Mexican.
Probably. I mean, it was Houston,
he had the Edgar cut, like, for shit show.
Yes.
And I was kind of on him. Now, there was nothing wrong with him. Like, he was cool. He was real nice, actually. So there was this one nigga who came through so hard. I hate. Now, that's like, I don't care how drunk, how sober, I'm always finna buck and say something. It's already packed out. People are trying to get through. You coming in and bogarting, pushing your way through. You're finna push that's how riots start. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hate when people do shit like that. I hate
when people do that. Like, that's gonna piss me off.
With that.
So, right, because that's the type of shit like stampede. Like, it just is not. I don't like that. So he did that to me, and I fall back into the Mexican guy behind me. And obviously, it's like people are assuming you're drunk, and it's like not even that. No, this nigga literally just like pushed me, and the Mexican guy behind me apologized. He said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," because it's just so packed out. He just assumed it was him, and I turned around loud enough because we're all so close that he's right in front of me. I said, "No, it's this nigga right here, bogarting his way through." And he was like, and he turned around and looked at me, and he was like, "Oh, you got an issue?" I said, "Yeah." And then you kind of looked at me like, and this is. Do you remember when I lifted my glasses up so I could see him for real?
I don't.
Girl, you was that fucked up? Because I had sunglasses.
I wasn't, but I probably misread the
yeah,
cue.
No.
I probably just thought you were doing
like,
something
what you got
else,
an issue?
I didn't know it was no beef.
Yeah, no. He said, what you got an issue, and kept walking. Like, first of all, you a boy. You gonna try and punk me? But I'm crazy as fuck. So I'm gonna sit here and be like, hit me.
What the
and that's my fucking problem because I have a brother and I know I can eat it. And if you hit me, I'm gonna stab you.
Oh.
Swear to God.
But wait! Because I just recalled, do you remember when we almost had to fight a white boy for Joe? Were you around for that?
I wasn't. No, that was
Bro.
when. Oh, no, I wasn't there in the mix.
This
And I keep
was so
getting
fucking crazy.
I keep getting random stories. Okay, so
let me tell you what the fuck happened with that shit because it was so weird. So there was this, I'm recording a video of like the area, like I'm just doing a little 360 showing where I'm at, right? This black boy comes up and he was just like, hey, okay. And he was like, re-record it. And I'm like, what? It was giving very much King Batch, like weird Vine, like kooky, quirky, like nigga. And I was just like, and he was like, do another video, head ass. So I'm like, all right, let me just do this so he can shut the fuck up. So I'm doing another video. He takes my phone. Mind you, I have a video of him dancing on my phone. Fun. And like doing some weird shit. He takes the phone and turns around to me and I'm just like, because I'm awkward as fuck. I don't know what to do. And so I was like, okay. So then after that, he was like, yeah, so give me your number. And I was like, no.
I don't like when niggas, this isn't even about like that brand of nigga. I don't like when niggas don't have no game.
Not nary a game.
I feel like that's a byproduct of Instagram.
It pisses me off. So when he said that, I was
give
like,
me your number. No, nigga.
And then he was like, okay, so what about the Instagram? I said, okay, where your phone at? Because I'm not finna follow you. Like, let's be real. He was like, you don't know who I am? I said,
ooh,
no.
Who the fuck are you?
Mind
You're a
you,
nigga with no game.
He does this. You don't know who I am?
Who was he?
Is this a Wayne's production?
Who was he?
I to this day don't know.
Why didn't you ask him? I would have looked him up right now, Jamila.
Girl, he walked away when he said that. I said, what? He said, you don't know who I am? And walked the fuck away. I said, oh. But mind you, before that, I think it was Jazz. She was like, I mean, you did say you like him a little gay. This nigga said, he stood up, he said, hey, I'm not that gay. And that's when he said, you don't know who I am?
Wait, he heard you?
And yes. I said, what the fuck
this
just
is
happened?
A fucking mess.
So as he walks away, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
He said he's not that gay, so confirmed
he's
bisexual.
That gay. Right. So I said,
so
okay.
definitely your type. You said that.
But again, remember I said you have to be sexy? Again, that gets lost in translation.
Well,
he missed all the other criteria.
Can be sexy.
No.
Okay.
It was not. So he walks away. I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck that was. Next thing I know, they're like, he's coming back. He was just like, hey, we're leaving. And I'm like, great. So then this white boy who's following behind him tries to dap Joe up. Joe goes, I don't fuck with you. I remember you. I don't fuck with you. So keep him pushing. So clearly they had some little history as far as like they had gotten into it before in some other night. Y'all have to ask Joe all the details with that. So basically when he said that, he just started trying to press Joe, being weird as fuck. And Joe was literally just telling him to get the fuck out his face. So now I'm just like, get the fuck out his face. He said, move, And I don't give a fuck. I'll beat a boy. Like, if this is what we got to do, if we have, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're finna have to beat a white boy down. And I was going to have to do it because I'm not going to let no white boy try to talk shit to our black friend. So then he said something about
also a power lifter.
Right. Like, you're not going to beat Joe's ass.
Deck him. Like,
are you crazy?
Have you seen Joe? He's a
like, mind you, Joe
unit.
is towering over him.
Yeah,
and
Joe's a
he's
unit.
built. So it's like, you're not. The
force of the velocity of the punch alone. Like,
yeah. So it got a little crazy, and they actually end up getting kicked out because they were doing too fucking much. But he was with the nigga. So it's like he was
insane.
Like, and he was like, wait, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. He was like, I'm cool. Don't care. Your friend's not, so you're not. Y'all get the fuck out my face. So,
damn. Now I want to know who he is, Jamila.
I think he may have followed me. I don't remember.
You have to go through his followers.
I mean, I have a video of him.
Can you send it? And then we can be like, hey, does anyone know this guy?
We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Okay, so I really quickly want to transition because I have to talk about this. I have to, I've been itching. Beauty in Black.
Tyler, you need your tents.
Listen,
because you ate that.
Child, let me say. Okay. Where do I want to start? Do I want to start with critiques or things I like? First of all,
can we start with the mother walking in with him clapping cheeks? That's when I knew Tyler was actually a little crazy.
No, when I said Tyler, you're showing. First of all, Terrell
Balls?
Carter, big fine ass. I wasn't even mad he was fucking me on. It was damn near like, ooh.
I said,
ooh, shit.
well,
It made me think of when Dev made that TikTok like, I have hot butt gay sex. I said, ooh, that's hot.
Well,
look at Terrell Carter's sexy ass, hot butt gay sex. Yes.
No, it was so. I was expecting it to be ghetto because it was called Beauty in Black.
No, but it made sense.
But I had no idea what to, because I didn't watch a trailer. I just knew everybody was talking about it. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna watch everything that Tyler puts out because you just kind of have to. It's like, I gotta see what you've done now.
You know, yeah.
Exactly. But I binged it.
No, okay, so I didn't binge it.
Okay.
But I got through it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a binger anymore.
Oh.
I can't really do that anymore. I get bored. You know how that is. So I have to break it up a bit. But I will say I thought it was well casted. The only person who got on my nerves was the fucking main character. What's her name?
What was her name?
Janine? No, that's the crackhead child. What the hell was that girl's name? You know what I'm talking about. Lashes. She had them big old lashes on the whole time.
Yeah.
And Stephanie? No, that wasn't it. She the only one I don't remember her name. That's what I'm saying.
Mallory. Mallory
was the evil bitch. Giselle.
I loved her.
Over there looking like evil. And you thought Giselle Bryant was evil. That is
she looked
evil
like Mia.
her.
She looked like Mia.
That is Giselle Bryant's tethered.
I loved her. I loved her character.
She was so crazy. Evil. It was like, I can't even hate you. You're just unabashedly evil.
She was really evil.
I thought
Kimmy.
Kimmy, yes. Thank you, Melissa.
Yes,
we needed help there. Kimmy.
We did need help.
She was the only one who I did not like the way
I'm like, girl, tell this old man what the fuck is happening.
Yeah,
She's
I don't know, like
you already know.
I don't know if I didn't like her character, if I didn't like the way she was acting the character, but I didn't like her. She didn't resonate with me. Even down to the I was sitting here like, what was that body? I was like, where I know this bitch from?
Baddies.
Baddies.
Yes. Like that's damn T for baddies. I said okay.
Even this is so well casted because she's exactly who she's supposed to be. She's
just
annoying,
ghetto.
Annoying. You're not supposed to like her. Like she's playing her role.
She did what she needed to
do. Like Kimmy was the only one I was like, I don't really. Even the daddy, the founder, bitch, and you know Jules. I said Otis, and then what you think of Angel?
I feel like Angel his character was cool or whatever, but he was really bitchy. Like, he was so fucking scary and always anxious. And that was pissing me off. Like, okay, nigga, we got to figure this shit out. He was very much like, if I was in middle school, I would have been in love with him because he was totally my middle school type.
Back in the day. Angel actually looked like my abortion baby daddy. Yeah. If you know, that I would have had like a reverse quadroon.
A crackaroon. You'd have had your little crackaroon running around.
Not a I was gonna say a crackaroon, not a crackaroon, a crackaroon.
A crackaroon.
That's crazy because he already has a quadroon daughter.
That's a white baby.
No, you know what's crazy? Where you can like when you're looking at, I guess, genetics of it all. The one thing that I always like looked at his daughter and was like, you wouldn't know she was black if you did not know, but her hair is so thick.
The nigga jeans be
white
creeping
people do
through.
not be having thick ass hair like that. Like her hair is thick, bro. Like it's like white bitches don't be having that much hair. Like she has a lot of hair, and obviously it's like it's a very loose curl. It gives more Spanish, I would say, or even like a Polynesian, like a Moana type situation. Like it's not just Caucasian. That's something else. That's nigger.
Yes. Yes, that's them G's.
So we would just have the same thing on the flip, on the reverse.
On the flip. Mm-hmm. Yes. Interesting. Yeah. I think Tyler struck gold. I can't wait for season 2.
Okay.
Truly.
The way it's okay, I'm gonna spoiler alert. If you haven't watched Beauty and Black, say some spoilers. I love that she ran body over at the end.
I did too. That bitch needed her ass whooped.
Because if you
just did too damn much.
Shows, I kept picking up. I said, "Oh, it's gonna be her little sister." So I knew that. I knew it was gonna be her little sister.
Same thing. I
didn't know how she was gonna respond. And
she said, "You gonna love my new bitch." Yeah, you gonna love my new bitch.
Okay, and this was the other thing. When Richard Lawson shot all them people in the ambulance, girl, I was gagged.
Okay.
Gooped and gagged.
Said, now, Richard,
you're scaring me. You was acting like this around me. I'm saying that.
Now, how the hell you gonna get up out of here?
Speaking of gooped and gagged, I'm gonna pivot. Mia and Giselle on Housewives when Mia brought up them kids.
I saw the clip on Twitter. I'm not fully caught up, but I saw the clip on Twitter. I said, now Mia,
here is
you know you're reaching.
Everyone kept saying Giselle didn't pop back hard enough. Giselle was gooped and gagged. I also was gagged. I said,
I could tell
because she kept said, like, mind you, when she said it, she was like, "Oh yeah, I told you," because she kind of chuckled. Because this is the thing, Giselle's daughters, like the twins are freshmen in college, and Grace is also in college. She's like a sophomore, junior.
Right.
They're not little girls, so it was like, so like with that context, the way Giselle was like, "Oh yeah, like I did catch a boy coming in on the ring light." So it was like, but the way she was making it seem, mind you, she was very unsubtly calling them girls fast. Absolutely,
very unsubtly.
And I was like.
She said, "You and your whole daughter." Shout out to Portia. Like,
and it was
whoa.
like, Mia,
and
that
like,
is a lot of
what the fuck does that have to do with
it's a lot of gall and audacity. Wasn't she a stripper? You trying to be Miss Pimple out with these motherfuckers this season? You
girl, you got your coochie done. I would have popped her in her face. Don't ever talk about my kids,
about what young ladies is doing. They's in college and that's what they doing.
You don't even know who your son's daddy is. Shut the fuck up.
What? And it really was gag worthy because she was like, you keep posting them like they're such good girls. They got into college. They made like, and I would say arguably across franchises, all the kids that we seen come up, Giselle's daughters are good girls. The girls are good. They don't be in no trouble.
The girls are good.
It's like, what are you trying to say a good girl is?
Like, and you're not the measurement of good girl, whore. I would love to be a housewife just so I could say shit so like
crazy.
That. You know?
A girl I'd been like, a slut trying to slut shame is crazy to me.
Like,
that's
girl,
insane. And you trying to slut shame some little, like some, them bitches, I'm sorry, heifers. Because you know, when they young, when they teenagers, you call them heifers, not bitches.
A little heifer, them little
teenagers.
They all right.
That's what you do at that age.
I know you was sneaking niggas in. You wasn't even sneaking because your mom was on crack.
Was she? Did she tell us that?
I don't know. I think she. What? Was it Mia that had?
You don't even know who you're talking about.
No, Mia had a crackhead mama.
Really? I thought that was Ashley Darby.
Yes. They both had crackhead mamas. She was raised around. That's just what I would say. Bitch, don't ever talk about. But she didn't even have to see that nigga. Your mama was a crackhead. Bitch. That's you
I just
got
wanted
to have
say that shit was crazy, and I know Giselle finna make her pay later in the season.
And I said one thing about Giselle. She said, "I'm not going anywhere," and this is my pivot. I know y'all was talking about me. She got rid of that other green-eyed bandit. She's gonna get back in everybody's good graces.
Well, you know, Giselle was. I'm not saying she's the Nene of the show, because
she is one of the OGs.
Was the Nene of the show. She brought everyone together because you know it was originally supposed to be a show about parents and Jack and Jill and all that type of shit. And which again, the kids, like the kids are good.
The kids gonna be all right.
But like that was the original premise, so it was just kind of like, oh yeah, well, you want to hear some tea? So
I do.
Obviously, Giselle is Hampton. She is a
for sure,
AKA, and her now Potomac came out the summer, either the summer before Hampton or the summer after her freshman year at Hampton.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but continue.
I'm just saying because I've seen it in the news recently about him potentially getting caught up. So I did some like really super deep dives, like, and this is before the show even had aired. It was just like, oh, we're gonna do this new franchise, and here are the ladies. And I knew who Giselle was because I had to at the summer after I was at Hampton because one of the other girls who is AKA Hampton, I had her on.
Was her assistant.
Had her on Instagram. She had posted something with Giselle. And then I fell down and her mama is a line sister too. So like I fell down. I was just like looking at all their pictures. So Kevin Lyles' wife, is in that mix as well.
Mhm.
And Kevin Lyles just got caught up on with Diddy and them. He just stepped down from, well, he didn't get, allegedly, I'm sorry. He did not get caught up with Diddy and them. He just stepped down from whatever big position he had. He was what record label was Kevin Lyles? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
It's not Def Jam. I'm gonna look it up right
now.
now. I say all that to say, I did not know Kevin Lyles for being Kevin Lyles. I knew him for being this lady's wife because I was obsessed with like this Housewives franchise that was somehow connected to the college that I was at. And I was on deep dives and I was like, oh shit. So I've always kept up with them, like just on some like, okay, Hamptonian shit. So like when this Diddy shit started happening and motherfuckers are, you know, they're drawing the webs, they're doing the webs. I'm like, oh my God.
And he stepped
He
down.
did. Hold up. I'm going to tell you that because he did. I remember I was in the car with Lil Moms when that came on.
A step down is crazy.
So he was CEO of 300 Entertainment and he worked for Warner Music. He's really big in the music industry. And
that's crazy.
That was the
but
other
not
thing
surprising.
I remember. Do you remember? I don't want to say his name. You remember our friend in the choir from freshman year? You know exactly what I'm talking about, the boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
we used to always talk about the
him.
Housewives, and we could not figure out why Erica was not on with Giselle on the Housewives because we thought like that would have been like, because this is like her husband actually somebody. So we used to sit there and like, oh, they need to bring this person from Hampton on and this person. Like when I say we used to be talking about the Housewives, so I know this random like part of Kevin Lyles, but it's not for Kevin Lyles. It's for the Housewives.
Right.
But every time I see something, what I just always think of like that moment I spiraled down that hole. And then I spiraled down the hole of Giselle and Jamal Church in Baltimore. Because, you know, Cam used to go to that church. Now I will say Cam name. He used to go to that church.
Yeah. And now they out here, child.
He's making babies.
Mr. Chocolate.
Mr. Chocolate. You know what I will say? I cannot confirm or deny how I know this, but them pastors know how to do what they do. They are anointed.
You be messing with pastors? Mecca.
He wasn't married.
Cloth. I could never date a pastor.
I wasn't seriously dating him.
I don't trust y'all.
You know what? So the couple
heathen
church leadership men I've dated, I feel like this is the same thing with all of them. They're really intrigued by me because like obviously being raised in church and my mom made us do like BSF and like, which is like Bible study fellowship, you do homework and all this stuff. Like I know my Bible, like I can recite the Bible to you like the back of my hand. And we can have actual conversations about it. And I can have the conversation of like someone who's like me, like Mecca. But then I can also have the same conversation you're trying to have as like the Christian man who's trying to uphold like the structure of Christianity. So it's like when they be trying to talk that shit, I be turning it back on them like, and I know the scriptures tell you to be like, well, God had also said this. So whenever I just feel like they're always super intrigued and they always kind of want to like, it's a challenge. You know, like I could get her and change her because she already know the base. She already know the foundations. But then, baby, you don't want to do that because I will have all the bitches in your church rioting. I will literally be like.
But one thing I do know is every story I've heard of any girl I know dating a pastor is they're nasty and filthy.
They are. No, that's not the only spirit they're filled with. The spirit of God is not. It's a Jezebel spirit on the men as well.
Jezebel.
Absolutely. They eat ass.
The spirit of Delilah. Ah!
Yeah.
That ain't in the Bible.
Damn near a sin. Child. But they will part your ass cheeks like God did that sea for Moses.
I want no parts of no pastor. I can't. Oof.
Let my pussy go. Bro, no, I'm serious.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I had liked him. He was cool. I just wasn't taking him serious. I think he actually ended it because when I was messing with him, he was like assistant pastor. He might be a real pastor. Well, not a real pastor, but you know what I'm saying. He might be it.
He might got his own church.
You know, we getting up there.
We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Well, speaking of getting up there, Drake old ass still struggling, trying to keep up.
And let me just say, as a hater, first and foremost, a Gemini second.
Okay, Kendrick. Mustard.
I'm so happy to watch Drake's downfall. I really am. Because I've been so critical of him for so many years now. And I've been trying to convince everybody else to be critical, but they've been under the gaze. They've been trapped. They've been trapped by his hypnosis of his good boogie oogies. I said, no.
You know, I'm a former Drake stan. I'm former Aubrey's
You
Angels.
are.
I am.
My
last straw was really the Megan shit. Like, and I held on for a long time there. But
you did.
I felt like...
You did.
So, here... It was like we were watching Drake go more and more into incel territory. But
yes.
I was in such denial. I feel like a lot of people were. And then when the Megan, like when he did the Megan shit, it was like we can no longer deny, like you're deep in that shit. You're a nigga cell.
I low-key knew he was a nigga cell when he said he was saving those Birkins for his soon-to-be wife.
You felt like that was... I thought that was nice.
Just weird. That was weird.
I thought it was nice, Jamila.
It was not nice. It was weird.
They don't appreciate and value. They only
Yes, but it was weird because it was like, well, I don't know. It gave some type of energy. I had my discernment was tickling.
Like he's trying to hold it
this
over
is
your
weird.
head.
Yes, but it was almost like it was like so performative. Like, I'm saving these for my wife. Bitch, you're never gonna get a wife. Shut up.
I'll be honest. I don't know, man. I felt like, but we should have known Drake was different when he fumbled Rihanna.
Publicly,
mind you, fumbled her after he begged her to be, and that's exactly what a nigga will do. And that's why you cannot. Honestly, let me backtrack a little bit. We can't hold that against Drake because that is a regular nigga move. Like a nigga will really beg to be with you in public, follow you around for years, and the moment you give him a chance, he gon' dog you, girl. He gonna dog you. So like, let that be a lesson. Yeah. And if it can happen to Rihanna, it can happen to you, baby boo.
And listen to me well. I know from experience. Never give the nigga who's been chasing after you a chance. I'm telling you, don't do it, because as soon as they get you, they feel like, got that bitch. Tight shit. Got that hoe, yeah. Fuck, what is you talking
that's very
about?
Atlanta.
Yeah, told you I was gonna get that bitch. Yeah, no, that's what they're gonna do. They feel like they conquered you. So just never give them a chance. Unless you was really always feeling him, never give the nigga who's been chasing you down for years a chance.
What about the women? Because speaking of, you see Huncho and Keisha Cole back together? Dumbass East Oakland is down another 30 points.
The only good thing Keisha has ever done was say, maybe I should have went out to the club.
I was going to scream love.
Baby, when she dropped, I should have cheated. That's the realest shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life. I should have.
Yeah.
I should have lied.
I should have cheated.
I should have given away all my loving. I really should have. Damn, Keish, I let you down because I should have cheated on that nigga. Down. No, she did.
Let us down.
Girl, get the fuck up. That nigga's not cute.
Well.
He's not.
Huncho?
Not impressed at all.
He just doesn't look. He just doesn't have a bisexual aesthetic, and that's the.
And maybe he's just a little too rough around the edges for me.
Maybe.
But I'm just not.
Honestly,
but I
not
like
even
a rough-looking man. He's just not cute.
He could have a bisexual aesthetic because this is how the DL boys that be in jail and be doing like that looking.
But I don't want a DL man.
No, I don't.
Because they're mean.
Yes. And they're extreme.
Say no to down low men. They're
like,
not nice. And they'll beat you up. Boys and girls. Because they're suppressed.
They have to get that shit off.
They're suppressing all of that homosexuality. Let it out. Then you won't be so mean.
What Dev say? Be gay today.
Yes. Be gay today. Shout out to Dev.
I was going to say another Dev quote, just have hot gay butt sex again. That shit was so funny. First of all, he was born in like 1999. He's younger than Darrington.
Exactly.
That
like, girl,
is born in the early 80s. She's 43. You're old enough to be his teenage mother. You were dealing with young men, ain't shit niggas in their early 20s in 2002.
Hello? And being confused that he's ain't shit
like,
is
that's
crazy.
What's blowing me. Bitch, are you serious? At least, because
if you're going to play with a young man, play with him.
Like, oh, y'all don't understand having your heart broken. Age doesn't know heartbreak. Bitch, if she was walking around having her heart broken by a peer, this would make sense. But she letting a little nigga dog her out like she not Keisha Cole. Publicly, and it's weird to
over
watch.
And over again.
Like, she over here competing with women young enough to be her kid. Remember when he was going back and forth to his first girlfriend? That's embarrassing. You're Keisha Cole.
And I don't feel sorry for you because you're 58.
But you know her mama was like that too. Rest in peace, Frankie. Frankie used to let a young nigga dog her, let a young nigga crash her out. So
you can only do so much when you're raised a certain way, you know. But it's like, if you're going to mess with a young nigga, just mess with him and play with him.
I don't know, child. All the girls I know from dumbass East Oakland is players. She got, and mind you, girls from Oakland be like, I'm from motherfucking dumbass East Oakland. Okay, if Keisha Cole came to me and said, I'm from dumbass East Oakland, I would laugh.
Yeah, like, it's dumb. It so is dumb. You right. You right about that, sister. Dumb as fuck.
You know, Oakland gonna get mad be saying this, but it's Keisha Cole got y'all looking crazy. You got to call too short.
Well, go talk to y'all mom.
Shit. What's my favorite word?
Because it's going crazy over there. This is insane.
Speaking of crazy ass mamas, you don't look like you've been slapped to me. How does your face feel? Is it tingling?
I haven't been slapped since middle school.
Ugh, listen. I remember when I was slapped. My mom slapped me one time.
I was slapped by Darla, actually. It was my mother who slapped me.
If we want to trauma dump a bit. And the middle school was around the same time.
So, yeah. One thing I don't like a lot of things, actually. But, you know, one thing I really don't like is when people involve me in shit that has absolutely fucking nothing to do with me. Bitch, what the fuck are you bringing me into some damn shit that I have nothing to do with?
If you're not on TikTok and you have a life.
Right. Clearly you have a life. So basically, this conversation with Slim Kim ended up somewhere it never needed to be, right?
We're still in the fallout this week. We're still in the fallout.
I'm not even going to rehash what Slim Kim said, because when I tell you that had nothing to do with what we're talking about, that's how stupid this happened. But if you want to know, just type in Slim Kim, baby, and it'll take you there. Alexis had her take on there, and I guess somebody disagreed with her take. Okay, cool, whatever. That bitch decides to talk shit about Alexis. Okay, cool. Again, wait to see how we get involved. It's so stupid. Alexis then gets on her live and she's basically like, yeah, you know, unfortunately, I had to block one of these creators. I like her content, but she didn't agree with what I said. Now I had to block her. Whatever.
You skipped over the part where Alexis' account got snatched and put back up and all that type of shit.
But that happened after.
Oh.
Yeah, this happened after. Or that happened after this conversation on live. So the girl was like, oh yeah, and that was me. And she's like, oh, okay, well, let me block you again. So the girl basically makes a video and was like, I'm tagged. So I'm like, oh, let me see.
Alexis
I'm tagged
in
the video.
Tag.
Yes. It's tagged Mecca and Jamila. So I was like, oh, let me see. I don't even know. I had no idea any of that happened.
Neither
so I'm like, oh, somebody tagged me in a video. Let me go see what this video about. I'm watching the video. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why is she talking about Alexis? What the fuck this got to do with me? So I'm just watching, waiting for where I come in. So I'm like, okay, I'm watching. This is about Alexis. Oh, fuck Alexis. She's dumb. When a bitch blocked me, I'm like, okay, she's talking shit about Alexis. Then at the end, she goes, and if Mecca and Jamila want to block me too, then they can. If they want to stand in solidarity with that girl, they can do that. I'm like, wait a minute. You tagged me to say if I want to block you, I can.
You missed the whole detail about her going on a rant about how she slapped bitches. Like right after she said that about us.
Yeah, that was right. And she was like, and I'll slap a bitch. It was like,
okay, so even the way you constructed this whole rant, it leads me to believe that you don't want anything positive with me.
I said, this is weird. So I comment on the video. I said, why am I tagged, basically? She goes, well, I'm very direct. I just feel like you basically like bitch block me, like pressing me.
First of all, being an internet gangster is so fucking weird to me. Like, either you're gonna press me or you're not. Both of you bitches live in Atlanta. At the end of the day, it could simply be a come outside.
She lives in Atlanta,
and you would have said no.
What?
I know you would have said no, but I'm just saying, like, it could have been like, girl, fuck you, I'm here, and like
it was stupid.
I'm making a video yelling in my car. My fucking blowout is all puffed out.
Go to hell.
The humidity hitting me
puffed.
Hella hard. You feel me?
Ends stretched. You need a
she
trim.
Looked like the first lady at the head, child. Like, all this energy, mind you, she a flight attendant. I would love to see you try and punch me at the airport. Because I promise you, I'm not going on the no-fly list for nobody.
And what's crazy is like it didn't end there. So I made my little video response. I tried to tag her, but again, this so-called direct
She
bitch
blocked.
had
And
her
she keeps
stitches
turning the
off.
comments off.
She didn't allow, mind you, this is before she blocked me. She didn't allow me to tag her. I'm like, oh, you're so direct, but you don't let people address
she's a
you.
suck-ass
Okay,
bitch.
bitch, fine. I'm not gonna block you because I want you to see what I had to say. So I didn't block her
Because she's not
yet.
really about it. She's a
And then of
suck-ass
course
bitch.
she ends
She's
up blocking me. I'm like, oh,
not all flight
you're
attendants
a
are suck-ass bitches,
pussy.
but she is.
You're a puss. Like, mind you, I've said multiple times, like, I'm not no fighter. Like, I'm not just seeking fights.
That's
I don't
the
care about this
other
shit.
thing.
But I'm not
You
a punk
have
ass
also said
bitch.
you're simply not a fighter. So it's like trying to press someone who's like, oh, I don't even get down like that. You look crazy.
I'm not even finna do that with you. So yeah, so then she makes a second video, and this is after she blocked me, but I had already made my spam account at that point. The other Jamila, check me out if you want to follow the spam page. And basically in that video, she was just talking at the mouth again, and she said she was actually replying to Sabrina's mess, and she was like, I didn't even tag you, but if you want to be tagged, you could be tagged, so I can make a video about you too. Mind you, at this point, she had already deleted comments. It's just like, oh, you're a scary bitch, because nobody was on her side. And then she says, and I said I was going to smack her. I didn't say I was going to smack anybody else, but the other two, they could get smacked too. I'm going to tell you this right now. I live in Atlanta. You live in Atlanta.
And I
you
be
would
in Atlanta.
never put your hands on me. I can tell you that
be in
right
Atlanta
now.
And Jamila
like,
is not the type of person
you would
I am.
Never.
We could actually meet up.
And it's like, I'm not a fighter, but I'm also not going to let you put your hands on me and just get beat up. Bitch, I'm going to try. Bitch, I'll try. Ho.
I'm gonna make my best attempt. You said I be watching the fight videos. I know the moves.
I do watch. It's insane. I watch fight videos often enough. I think I know what to do, and I'll figure it the fuck out, bitch. You're not gonna put your hands on me.
What had me crying about it was obviously over on my the videos you're talking about. I didn't even see. Because she blocked me because remember how I started making videos immediately and trolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was like, oh, she's like, oh, it's not cool to talk about how what you used to do. I'm like, girl, we're over here laughing. Like my comments
like, I thought you wanted
was hundreds of people laughing at you. You wanted confrontation. Like, I'm not finna get on the internet and talk about how I'm finna fight you. I don't live in the same state as you, babes. I know you're a flight attendant. I mean, I know you can be on standby. You want to fly out here? You want to give me a buddy pass so I can fly out there?
I don't know what you wanted, but it's like, I hope you got what you wanted because clearly you just wanted some attention. But it's unfortunate because you didn't grow any followers. You were still at 46K when I checked.
That's why I didn't even see the other videos, and I didn't care to.
The video views were low, so you had to bring up bitches who had views, and I get it.
She was dirty with her roommate or something. I don't know. That she had went viral for fighting her roommate, I guess, and the roommate beat her ass or something. So apparently she popping shit and can't even fight.
Checks out. But it's like bitches who can't fight always say shit like, I'll smack a bitch. Okay.
Yeah, you're focused
bitches
on the wrong
who
shit.
really fight just literally say, send me your address or here's my address. Let's do it.
Let's just do it, man.
Telling me you're gonna smack me on
what
TikTok.
What is telling me gonna do it?
With a video with over a minute long so you can get a little bit of view and a check. And here's what your dumb ass don't understand. Because I know you don't get it because you're not clearly living off of TikTok. In order for you to really get paid off of that, sister, they have to come on your For You page. Everybody was sending those videos. You're tagging us.
Oh,
those aren't coming on nobody's For You page.
Goop and gag. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, goop and gag. Those qualified views?
Yeah.
No. You probably got $30 off of me, bitch. So go on to Juicy Crab and get you a crab boil.
Just enough to buy some at the airport in between flights.
Unfortunately, you're not eating the way you thought you was. I, on the other hand, did get a cute little check from that little response video I did. Thank you. Christmas is around the corner.
Shout out Noah. Anyway, speaking of views and things, the trash interview that I did when I was in Atlanta is going up. And it's y'all, the way you can hear you and Sabrina laughing in the background in some of the videos is also super funny. But the one that's going up a lot right now is us talking about, or me talking about 100 days at Hampton.
What a time.
If you don't know, if you're not familiar with 100 days or Hampton University, it's 100 days till the seniors graduate. And I think the question was, what's the craziest thing that you ever lied to someone about? Like, I can't remember, but the story basically was, I was in a situation. I was very green when I first went into college, and I was with some Greeks and some Greek fellers. So he was in a 3-piece. And he told me we was going to watch a movie. I really thought we were going to watch a movie. And we went back to the room, and he was not trying to watch that movie. He pulled his dick out, like, for real, and not for fake.
Was it big?
It was. No, I said that. I remember being like, oh, because at that point, I had only seen, like, 3 dicks. Like, and what I liked about his, mind you, this is why.
What I liked about his is crazy.
No,
Give us
let me
the
tell you this. Let me say
description.
he unlocked something with me because we didn't do nothing, and this is why I was like, I hate when my content makes it to like people in like sections of society that I don't deal with, because it's like I'm telling this story, I'm telling y'all how green I was and like this whole situation. It's clearly for laughs. It's niggas in the comments like, oh, she lying, she definitely fucked. It's like, this is why I don't like talking to boys. Like, this is why I don't like talking to boys. I don't like talking to
boys
y'all.
are
It's so irritating. But I would say he whipped his dick out and he did unlock something in me, because it was the first penis I had seen. Like, he was a chocolate man, but the tip was pink. And I was like, a little strawberry surprise. I like that's exotic.
Cherry on top.
You know, because up until that point, all the ones I had seen was all one color.
All one color.
Yeah. I said, oh, I'm not going to do nothing with you because I don't know you. But like, I do like the way that look. To this day, I enjoy. Anyway, it's a fun fact about me.
A little Neapolitan.
Little swirl. Like, bro, so he whips it out. He like, just kiss it, just touch it. I was like, oh my God. Can you imagine? Mind you, thinking back, another girl in the comments was like, that's kind of rapey. And I was like, well, yes, because I was like, oh no. And he was just sitting there with it out. So someone said this. My mom had FaceTime and it was like, why would you answer the phone? I'm thinking I'm going to answer the phone. He going to put his dick away.
And he was going to put it away.
Like, I felt like that part I didn't have to say out loud, but you know, apparently not, because not everyone is following.
That nasty nigga said.
He kept it out. That was the thing. I thought me answering my mama's phone call was going to make her put the dick away. He didn't. And he talked to her on hard, bricked up for like 5-10 minutes, child, and gave her
And I want you to know, the type of nigga that can stay bricked while talking to somebody's mother is a scary nigga.
What the fuck is that called when they like to fuck in public? He's it starts with an N.
The necrophiliac.
Bitch, that's they fuck dead people. That is not.
Yes. We both. Well, shit.
I wish y'all could hear Melisa. It don't start with it. He's an exhibitionist.
An exhibitionist,
girl, because he was on hard the whole time. And then there were certain details that I wasn't filling in. So like when I said I went to the bathroom and broke his bong, I went to the bathroom because I was trying to run away because he was still on the whole time.
Like, put that shit down.
And like being so flustered and lit, like in the process that I broke his bong. And then I ran out, like basically like rushed out because I was like, oh my God, his dick is out this entire time. It's not. And you know what's crazy? I found out like 2 days later he has a girlfriend. Those are the details I wasn't giving in the.
Don't they all?
I mean, yeah.
These men are crazy.
He had a girlfriend. I had a class with her.
That's a lot. Ugh.
That was I was gooped and the word of the day. The words of the day are gooped and gagged.
Gooped and gagged.
I actually had a theater class with her. Like, I'm narrowing it for you right now.
I was gonna say you just narrowing
it. I'm trying. I had a class with her. Yeah.
Yes.
So that I could say some things that would build the spot up. You know, we were just talking about this. How if you like went to Hampton, especially if like you're our class, you can hear things we say on the internet and you'll know exactly who we're talking about.
I can say 2 descriptions and you're like, aha. Yes. Because, you know, Hampton was a small school. A lot of people don't realize that HBUs are small. Honestly, it's very high school size. So everybody in our class, like, we knew for the most part. And like, honestly, I know at least me, I still have connections with a lot of people I went to school with out there, even though I was there for only 1 year, but it was very like tight knit. And it was it's
because it is a smaller university, so it's easy.
And I really love that aspect of it. Like, honestly,
I love the fact that like even people who you didn't know at Hampton, you know, like I think that's part of the reason that like I so enjoy going back to homecoming now, because it's like I don't really we didn't get up, but like I definitely know who you are. We pass each other all the time. Yeah, like hey, what's up? Hey, that shit's fun
for sure. Especially when you were like involved and did stuff like, of course, for NSO week, we did a lot with the freshmen, but also did you try to be a peer? Was it a peer leader?
SLP.
What was it called? SLP.
Who are we the best at Hampton University? I was an SLP reject.
And hello. And let me just say that if you go to HBCU, you'll understand this. Everything you do there,
They haze you.
get hazed.
They haze you for everything. That's why when motherfuckers be like,
that
we're a
was
non-hazing organization.
it's
No,
like,
just simply stepping foot on the campus, you're finna get hazed. Like,
everything is hazing. Everything is a process. But honestly, like, in that little week, that SLP week was so fun. Like, but it was so crazy. I also passed out during there.
Bro, pause. I'm throwing you back so hard. Do you remember someone unalived themselves that week?
Yes.
Do you remember? That
we were, and mind you, we were finna go to the library to study.
Yeah.
We were, he jumped in the library.
Yes. That was an insane day.
That was insane.
Rest in peace. He was such a nice boy too.
He was white.
That wasn't a detail that was needed. Jamila.
I was gonna say he was I was just gonna. No, that sounds crazy out of context. But I was gonna say, like, there was only a couple of white people. Yeah, no, there was only a couple. So it's like everybody knew him because like he was one of the white only,
and he wasn't a foreign white boy. He was American. Yeah, because that's the other thing with HBCUs. A lot of the white people be like from overseas, like from Europe or something like that. Mm-hmm. So when the white people be from America, be like, oh, wow, hello. Like, yeah, he was the guy.
That was crazy. That was super, super crazy. I think Mo was actually at the library when that happened.
I know a lot
because we were having a study group there for that week because there was like a test.
And you know what's crazy? You know how he did it right in front. So it's like whenever you walk in, it's like, ugh. I remember like eerie. Soon after, I was like, this is eerie. Yeah. But I would always, when I was in the library, I never even really went to that part unless I had to. I was around the side to study in the rooms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that would be the whole thing. I remember, what was that one preacher girl? You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know exactly. Was she a Zeta?
I was gonna say she was Zeta. She was in there when it happened. I remember hearing that at Bible study or something I had went to that church involved.
Damn.
Yeah,
that was crazy as fuck. That was like one of the craziest things I've ever experienced at Hampton.
I'm trying to think of something crazy I experienced as well. I mean, I experienced a lot of crazy things. You know, I had a stalker at Hampton who was in my house.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
And yeah, this is crazier than that because this is a personal situation. Do you remember the girl who ran the front office?
Front office of
the Harps.
The one you got into it with.
I got into it with. Fast forward. Her fiance ended up killing her like a year or two ago. Like, what? No, like on some, what is that? Femicide? Like type shit? Like, yeah.
Fuck.
It's a sad situation. And a lot of people are like, oh, rest in peace, you always took care of me. Obviously, not me. She didn't take care of me. But like, I had my beef with her. Like no, for real. Rest in peace to her, but fuck her. No, I'm dead ass. You see, I'm straight faced with it. I'm gonna lay this situation out for y'all, and you be the judge of my feelings right now. I'm so upset that man did that to her, but she had me and my mama so fucked up. So basically, I had an apartment in the Harbors. Jamila. Because I'm dead the fuck. You know I'm dead the fuck. I had an apartment in the Harbors. I had a crazy roommate who moved out. She broke the lease. It's the fact that you're still like...
Because...
You gonna let me tell these people what happened?
Go ahead.
So I don't look like a complete dickhead?
Yes.
Look, so I had a stalker, which sometimes I look back and I'm like, I can't believe, you know how you don't take shit seriously as like 18, 19? And it's like, that was a very serious situation. Very. So I had a stalker who was literally looking in my windows, like,
that's crazy.
Of the apartment. I lived on the first floor. And I would be like, people would be telling me like, Megan, you know, there's a dude looking through your windows. And I'd be like, oh yeah, they say he said something. I don't know. I just be like, my door, child. Shout out Jet. Jet used to come over a few times when he got too close. He used to come over and sleep on my couch with the Glock. Cause like once I told him what was happening, he's like, bitch, what the fuck? Anyway, Jet's a whole different story. We can't even get into that. We can't even get into Jet right now, Chad. What's up, Jet? And like, so I knew this, and I had called my mom, and I had alerted HUPD about the Peeping Tom stalker situation. Cool. Mm-hmm. I obviously never knew his name. I was told not to engage with him. I was given like the whole rundown. I won't say her name, respect for her family and stuff. But she had a rep, like, if she liked you, she people were right. If she liked you, she did take care of you. But she didn't give a fuck about you. She would just be like on some whatever shit. She would talk to students crazy. And I was just one of the students who she really didn't like. We didn't click. Like, we didn't have that type of rapport. So whenever I would have issues, it never was something that shows like a priority. I just always felt really like, okay, whatever, like by her. And so that
Mhm.
was even, I had a situation with a parking pass earlier in that year for homecoming, if you remember, like that whole thing. And it was just like, okay, well, my experience with her with the parking pass was just not pleasant. And so when I
Mhm.
had this stalker situation, she had to deal with me because it was a serious situation. So I go home. Now here's the key about the thing about the harbors. Since it was not on campus, but technically on campus, they, like a lot of apartment complexes, have to have a key to your apartment.
Mhm.
But with the students at Hampton, they also had to have a key to each of the individual rooms in the apartments. Follow me.
Mhm.
So not only do you have a copy of my front door key, you have a copy of my bedroom door key. Me and the Harbors had a copies of my bedroom door key. My crazy ass roommate moved out. We broke the lease. Her mama talked to my mama. They moved out. Now I went home for, I can't remember what break I went home for, but I
I feel like it was
it,
Thanksgiving.
it was some break. But I was raised, you clean your room before you go. You know what I'm saying? You clean your room before whatever you leave. So I remember I cleaned my room. I made my bed. I did all the things. I locked my door because she was moving out during the break.
Mhm.
So I locked
Mhm.
my door. She did not have a key to my room. She only had a key to her room and the house door. When I come back from break, I remember I came in and I was like, the house smelled like, it smelled weird, but I just felt
Just
like
used.
used. Like I remember but
Mhm.
whatever. People, she moved, maybe she did something, whatever. So I go to the refrigerator and there's hella food in there, like unate plates and shit. And I'm like, this fucking bitch done left the shit all messy and shit, right?
Mhm.
I'm walking around. So I go into my room. I go to unlock my door. My door is, and I remember being like, was it unlocked? Because you know how you put your
Mhm.
key in, it already seems like it's unlocked, but I already put my key in, so I couldn't confirm. And again, I'm not really thinking anything of it. And even still, I'm going in and I'm looking, my bed looks slept in. And the
Mm.
first thing I look at, I'm like, what the fuck, blood? Like, I said, I know I'm not tripping. I made my bed before I left. Okay, like maybe I'm bugging out. I have to be because I'm the only person with the key to my actual room. I go in my closet. My closet is like, it just looks like someone's been in my shit. Like someone's
Mhm.
been in my bed. Someone's been in my shit. I go to the laundry room. I'm just confused again because I don't know. I'm thinking it has to do with my roommate. I go to the
Yeah.
laundry room because I'm starting to unpack my clothes to like wash. There's a duffel bag in my laundry room. Gag it. ID, pair of glasses, social security card, epilepsy medicine. ID,
Insane.
it's the nigga who's in my window.
My heart would have dropped to my ass.
So now the first thing I do, I call my mom because I'm scared. Like I'm scared. Like I'm scared as fuck. Like I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
God, because clearly you weren't expecting me to come back. So the first thing I do is I turn every light on to just make it clear that someone's in the house because I don't want
Mhm.
him to come in. He clearly has some type
Mhm.
of key or like something to the
Mhm.
house because everything was like the front door was locked, but my bedroom door was unlocked. So you clearly have
Mhm.
something that's letting you get in and out. And mind you, with the harbors, we had to let them know when we wasn't going to be in town either. Like they need like for the students. So
Mhm.
I remember I called my mom. I said, Mom, this lady finna give me a hella hard time when I tell her this. Like I'm just gonna
Mhm.
have you on FaceTime in my butt pocket. Like it is what it is. Girl, I went in the office. I told her, now mind you, I had the bag behind me. I didn't even put a bag out. I just want to see what she's gonna do.
Mhm.
I told her the whole story. This bitch played in my face like I was lying. She's like, so why would anyone be in your house?
Like, bitch, I don't know. You tell
You tell
me.
me. And you tell me either this motherfucker has and mind you, I'm trying to exhaust all options. I'm like, either he has some like industrial ass lock pick or something, or somebody in your office gave him the key. Like there's only two options here. And I'm just trying to figure
Mhm.
out what the fuck going on. She gaslighting the fuck out of me. So what she
Mm.
doesn't know is my mom was on the phone. So after like about 5-10 minutes, I say, Mom, you hear all that? Her face, her tone instantly change up. Oh, your mom. Yeah, you think I didn't call my mom for it? I came in
Yeah.
here, bitch.
Hello.
Are you
I'm
stupid?
calling my mother.
And then so my
Crazy.
mom, she starts talking to, you know how my mom is. Well, what Mecca hasn't showed you is she has the young man's duffel bag. And I don't
Come
think
on,
anyone would
Lindy.
leave their epilepsy medication and their ID or their social security number. Those are things you need
Hello.
with you at all times. So I would like to get in contact with HUPD and I need your first and last
Mhm.
name and your contact.
Hello, first
I was gonna
and
say Lindy was
last.
going off, girl. Cause
Yeah,
she had
first and
cause she had
last.
heard the way she was talking to me too.
Mhm.
So she was already like, oh yeah, now it's time to be mom. Bitch, let me tell you and this is how bitches knew they had me fucked up. I had 6 months left on my lease, and usually my parents had agreed to pay the additional $1,000 because it was $500 each. I didn't pay nothing my last 6 months living in the Harbors. And that's how you know it was a mistake on the part of Hampton and the Harbors.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because how the fuck you let some nigga come in my home?
How the fuck I'm living here
in my
rent-free?
bed?
And that's some shit I ain't never really said that shit in public like that, the whole story. But I didn't pay nothing my last little 6 months at the Harbors because that bitch had me fucked up. So may she rest in peace, but fuck her. Now.
And that's that on that.
Anyway.
And that's just that on that.
Because why would I be lying?
Nah, that is crazy though.
No, it was crazy.
Every time I hear that story, I'm just that's fucking
it's so
creepy
scary
and
to think about in hindsight, like having to do all the police reports. But then even like saying it back, like sometimes I'm like, damn, I went in here and was trying to talk to this grown ass lady. And mind you, around the time, she like our age around the time. Yeah. Like we're like 19, but she like 28 at the time. So it's like, damn, if a young lady came and said that shit to me, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like let's go to the apartment. Let's see what's going on.
Let's figure this out.
Why are you questioning me like I came in here on some fuck shit lying to you? Girl, I ain't got too much to say more about that lady. Anyway.
Damn. R.I.P.
You know, just because she did that don't mean she's not in heaven. Halle Berry lube.
Now, Halle Berry has released some lubrication for the cooch.
For postmenopausal women.
I love that.
It's like one thing the reason I wanted to talk about it was because I really felt like that's the type of person I want to be. I want to do something that I don't see everyone doing, but I'm doing it because there's a need for it and I have the experience. Like Halle Berry's postmenopausal. She says she had issues with it. She knows other women have issues with it. So you feel me? Yes. If you hear anything, my neighbor's gardeners are here. So I guess their yard's getting all nice. But Halle Berry, postmenopausal puss, and lubricant. Sometimes you need it. There's nothing against it. I've used lube before.
No.
I wish lube was more normalized.
I was going to say, we should normalize using lubrication.
You know who put me on lube?
Do I want to know?
Unk. It just tracked. Because, like, he'd be like, you want to use some lube? And I got offended. I was like, I don't need no lube. And he was like, no, I'm not saying you need it. I'm just saying, like, it makes shit lit. And he wasn't lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Safe sex.
Has your older fella suggested lube? Seasoned fella.
So,
everyone likes their food seasoned.
What I will say is this. If you follow Eric Benet on TikTok and Halle Berry on Twitter.
I see how they were together.
I understand fully how they were in a relationship. I'm so devastated that Eric Benet cheated on her with 157 bitches. But I totally feel like they had such a fun relationship. I know
they used to be in there cracking up.
Cracking the fuck up. Because they're both very funny and just seem like they're very cool people.
This is a side note, Jamila. Okay, so Flex Alexander has been sitting here. He's been taking a nap. I see how when they be like, you have to train babies and just be loud around them. Because he's been asleep this whole time. And I've just been yelling.
You gotta just make ruckus.
Yeah, and like he chilling. Okay, Flex. Fill it up.
Yes, period. Getting that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm loving that she's doing a little lube.
I'm about some.
For the older ladies.
I'm
Let me know. Is it what kind? Is it water based?
You know what's crazy? I can't remember, but she had like the ingredients in the little tweet, like right under, and I read them. I think it's aloe or something. Like if I'm saying that correctly, but she definitely did list out the ingredients. It's all natural.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
You know, she's really into aging naturally, which is amazing because she still looks. She looks amazing. She looks so good.
Yeah, she looks great.
All the things.
I won't be aging naturally,
not at all.
But shout out to
not
her.
At all. I will lift everything that needs to be lifted.
I'll get nipped and tucked and filled and plucked and pop. Yeah. I want to look like myself, rather. I don't want to get anything like structurally changed. But if it needs to be lifted, take me, baby.
You know,
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a natural child.
I don't want to age gracefully. I'm ungraceful.
Ungraceful with all things. But I do want the all natural lube.
Yes.
Maybe for Christmas.
Oh,
that's what I would get that for you for Christmas. You said what?
What a lovely stocking stuffer.
Yes. Maybe I'll get all my homegirls Halle Berry's lube for Christmas, and I'm gonna.
But I did hear that coochies dry out a little bit after like 40.
No, yeah, that's why she's making it. It's
ironically though, that's when your libido goes up.
Yeah, but you know, it dries out so much it could be painful because you know it's like just friction.
Yeah,
so like it's necessary.
And you don't need that friction. You do need a slip and slide.
Which is why when Unc like brought the lube out, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. You're like, I was the first younger lady he fucked with.
Used to fucking 40-year-olds.
I like the lube. It was fun.
Lube ain't never hurt nobody.
We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back.
And we're back.
So, do you want to get into our favorite segment, Spin It?
Yes, let's spin some shit.
Okay.
We've had quite a few submissions, actually.
So, just before Jamila
scroll.
starts to read the letters, this is our segment, Spin It. Just know you can send us any of your messy, hot, steamy, salacious situations. The advice we are going to give you is going to be PR advice. So it might be unhinged and it might be immoral, but it will get you out of your pickle dick. So what do we got, Jamila?
Ba-ding. All right, let's get into it. First and foremost, I really enjoy listening to you ladies. So relatable and really feel connected. Y'all my cousins.
Oh,
exactly. Anywho, I am a married woman and I filed for divorce a while ago. Just to be clear, my husband isn't a cheater or abusive, just a lazy ass bum. Who? It hasn't always been like that, but it has progressed over the years and I truly got the ick. I actually hate this nigga in
relatable. I hate this nigga.
I actually hate this nigga like in real time. I could really go in. But really, it's me who looks like the clown ass bitch because I've allowed it and keep allowing it. Like, I know better, but yeah, I'm just a dab. Oh, a down ass bitch. You a millennial as fuck. Anyways, I am a woman of God, or at least I try my very best to be. So I pulled back on my feelings and allowed him to move back into my home. It's been about 6 months or less, and I actually cannot. I need to know how to spin it so I can get him up out before Christmas so I don't have to buy no Christmas presents. Ooh. Do it for the ladies. Do it for me.
Ooh.
Well, let me start by saying you're out your monkey ass mind for letting that nigga move back in you. I'm sorry, I got to be real with you, sister. You out your rabbit ass mind. It's okay.
God, she trying to make it work.
No. So
what she needs is PR advice.
Damn.
If she's a woman of God, she needs something to tell the people at church. She needs something to tell him. So she needs two things from us. We need to spin it. So first things first, do you have evidence of him being ain't shit and just low down all the things? Because what's gonna happen is when you start to say all these details about him, people are gonna be like, what? Especially church people. Because, you know, church people gonna tell you stay with him. They beating your ass.
They'll be like, you're supposed to hold your husband down. You're supposed to hold him down. And be a Proverbs lady. Fuck Proverbs right now. No shade.
They church people want you to get hazed throughout your marriage.
They really do.
No, I mean,
they really do.
But you do need to have something to show. I know you said he hasn't cheated. He hasn't hit you. Is there anything financially he may have done? Is there anything of him calling you out your name? You say he just ain't shit and you can't stand the nigga at this point. Yeah. But honestly, unhinged and immoral, you need to find some that really paints him in a negative light, child.
Yes.
I know you say
you need to dig some dirt.
You need some dirt on that motherfucker. So that when people come ask and the church mother say, why you ain't, oh no, church mother, he called me a bitch. Hello? You know what I'm saying?
And one thing about a bum, one thing I do know, this is never going to not be true. A nigga who's broke is a mean ass nigga. So I know he didn't call you out your name before. You ever met a broke ass nigga?
Broke ass niggas are mean. So if he's broke,
so
he's for sure mean. Now getting him out your house by Christmas, girl, it is December 3rd today, and this shit gonna drop on December 5th. So we do not have a lot of time. I'm gonna just go ahead and say you need to do that shit now. Ask questions later. He's already a bum and he's already mean. I'm sure you have the receipts to prove that. Yes. You just go ahead and just be like, baby, I need to get the fuck up out of here. Whatever he wants to post on Facebook, you know, I'm the people, the genre who make the Facebook statuses.
Yes. Now I don't know if you have children. But I didn't see anything about
just
children.
Because she said they didn't.
Right. So that makes it a whole lot
real
easier for you.
Bitch, get out of my
Simply
fucking house.
change the locks.
Oh, yeah.
Change the locks.
I mean, if he's a bum, he probably don't have that much shit.
Hello?
You could pack it up yourself, honestly, girl. Merry Christmas.
And that's the Christmas gift.
And honestly, girl, one thing about a broke ass nigga, they have the audacity. Check that phone, see if he talking to the bitches. And It could just simply be a like. It could just simply be a hard
Yeah.
eyes. Something that was simply inappropriate to back up your claims of like, I can't do this
Yep.
no more. Because this could be the straw that broke the camel's back. Like let's hypothetically say, like you said, you've been wanting to leave this nigga. He just moved back in. So now you go through his phone and you see that he sent some lady a hard eyes. Now in some situations that wouldn't be considered a big deal.
But you a broke ass
nigga.
You
and
cannot.
You just moved back
you got
in.
to be on your P's and Q's.
You got to be like, yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this relationship. Screenshot it and keep it for whoever asks about your business. I mean, just blame him for everything, girl. It seems like everything's his fault anyway.
Blame him for everything. Yeah. And is this a apartment or a home that you've purchased? If it's an apartment, no shade, get a new one.
I was gonna say, now it's Christmas time, so she might not want to break the lease.
Now, I was gonna say, I don't know when your lease is up. But if your lease is up soon, go ahead and find a new apartment and don't tell him where the fuck you're going, number one. But if you can afford to break your lease, do it. I promise you'll be worth it in the long run. I was going to
say, I always, not all my friends do it. I've had friends who have stayed in an apartment with a motherfucker who they wasn't in a relationship with. Personally, me, I wasn't trying to blow nobody's spot up, Jamila.
And it's okay. I'll blow my own spot.
That's why
I
wasn't going to say names. But I got to say, me,
I'll blow my spot.
I'm going to find them couple bands, child. I'm going to find them bands. I don't want to be up in here.
That's why I said, listen to me and listen to me well. Don't ever let no nigga move in, especially if y'all are not together, because it will be very hard to get rid of them. It's like roaches. Once you got a whole bunch of roaches, it's hard to get rid of them.
Damn.
So lay your traps before. Don't let no nigga move in. And it don't matter what sob story they give you. No, nigga, you can't afford to get your own spot. You better go find your mom and your daddy.
Your mom is right
there.
You
gotta go find a friend. I'm not your friend anymore.
Yeah. I need you to.
And I get that y'all have history because y'all were married, but like you said, you got the ick. And
the way she's talking, I would assume that she's on the lease and she can just kick him out. I would go as far. You said you don't like him. If he gives you, pullback, baby, the police can come and escort you out of my apartment.
Hello? Exactly. And if he starts getting weird,
and I gotta be honest. I used to be Megan Thee Stallion with that shit, but ever since y'all showed y'all asses, I'm not above calling the police on black men. Y'all be showing y'all motherfucking asses. Let me tell you something.
From experience, when you try to leave, it can get wicked. Yeah. So you need to put everybody on alert once you're really kicking that nigga out, because it can get scary. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but you got to get that nigga out.
You need to have people over, like, you need to tell, you can give him the courtesy of being like, hey, I need you to be out, like, da-da-da. And the day he's supposed to be out, like, if you want to leave the house, you can leave the house. And when you come back to the house, make sure you have people with you. Your daddy, your brothers, your cousins, like, that type of shit.
People who carry.
Hello. You picking up what I'm putting down. Keep that shit safe, because, you know, them niggas be crashing out. Okay.
Yes. And also, go ahead and start dating.
And I would say start dating now. But like, go ahead and
start dating now so you can start to get
damn near
used
fuck
to
around, file that paperwork now. Hit him with a blind side. Unhinged anymore, but that's not the point, child. We trying to get up out of here before Christmas. You can go into 2025 with a new nigga. If you
so I need you to start dating now. Start getting because right now you've been in a situation where you haven't dated in a while. So you need to start getting your feet wet. You know, get back having sex or something. Go on some dates.
Have some sex.
Seeing some new things. Have some sex. Have a little bit of sex. Go ahead and call Halle Berry and get some of that lube
and have some sex. You could even have some hot gay sex.
Hello?
Okay.
Maybe you're gay.
Maybe, but that's not. That's called pegging if it's women.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
With the lube.
With the lube. You would be out of that. That's actually a real easy situation.
You're going to be all right. You're going to be out of there by Christmas. You're going to be out of there by Christmas.
And fuck them church members. You don't owe them a bitch ass thing. Change that status on Facebook and say, let God be true quickly. The fuck?
Please.
And if anybody ever tried, if anybody ever tried to tell you that is not of the Lord, bitch, you ain't of the Lord. Read them back. Sister Johnson, must we get into you and your husband and his escapades?
Didn't you have a child of wedlock? A bastard?
Oh, that's why all your kids got different colors.
Well, you know.
Shut up.
Different colors is crazy. I know you're referring to different skin tones, but like, that is crazy. I've never even heard it said like that. Mind you, that's how my daddy and his siblings are.
So you gotta just start saying whatever comes to mind when you talk about just
like a
color
box of
kids.
Crayolas.
Like, yeah, please, mind you and yours.
Well,
yeah, make you a good little face. And you know, like I said, clearly are a millennial talking about some, you a down ass bitch. I need you to post up on your Facebook like this.
At the cigar lounge.
Blessed and
In a
highly favored.
fedora.
Feeling so good. Start making you some statuses about feeling free, feeling brand new, feeling
set up
good.
the play, set the play,
Set it
up
up.
the play so that when it hits, it's not surprising.
So when it drop, it's like, oh, so that people start to
they finna sharing something up over there.
Oh, what this mean?
Yeah.
Y'all seen this post?
Yeah.
It looked like Rhonda is moving on. Now I just made up Rhonda. I ain't gonna say your name. It look like Rhonda is moving on. You see what Rhonda just posted? Yeah.
Yep. I like that.
That's what you do.
That was some good advice,
Yeah.
Jamila. Set the play. Come on,
That's what I do.
communications. She said, I'm not just a film production person.
Hello?
I can think of a plan as well.
I can give you a plan. Let me know how it worked out for you.
I want to hear a response back to that one.
Yeah. And get you. And the next nigga you got to get, he has to
have money.
Hello? You have to like go 10
you have
times.
to be fine too.
You know, you have to really like
You
elevate.
look like Terrell
And
Carter.
it feels so good when you do that. Oh my God, Asha Bata.
Speaking from experience.
Ooh. Hey,
It's crazy. Please.
Hey.
Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And, if you leave a nice little comment, maybe if you leave a hating ass comment, we might read it on here on the podcast. So I'm going to read this comments from Spotify this week. Destiny Todd said, absolutely love these topics. Definitely needed this. Jason Astro said, sweet greens made me jump, and I will be testing these recipes from a Michigander. They was mad you was talking about Middle America last week, girl. I don't know if you caught that.
Sorry. My bad, y'all.
Tyson said, I'm not even a podcast girly, and I've listened to every episode. I love it over here. Yeah. Jay Boogie said, vanilla flavored banana pudding and real bananas for banana pudding is the only way. I'm so sorry. Do not give me banana flavored pudding. Ray said, acknowledge the system first. I love y'all bad. Every Thursday been fire. And Hanan SN said, I remember the video when she asked him to take it off. Oh my God, hey Hanan. She's like a very active follower on TikTok.
Love that.
And she's in Atlanta too. That's a fun fact that I know about her.
Okay, period.
You gonna hit the YouTube joints?
Oh, yes. So we have Katrina Liu. Listening to y'all talk about small town and families reminds me of my family in Arkansas. Like EJ Speaks said, just know you can't court them. LOL. At N9021 said, love the pod. I love listening to you guys speak. Y'all are too funny. Ed Bernie Baby says, this is my first time tuning in. It's a vibe, of course. Exactly. At Jordan S6233 said, loving the progress updates each episode. Keep it up, ladies.
And the mics are better this week too.
Hello, you notice the progress?
Hey.
Yes, tune in every week to see what we do next. At Nick 9188 says, the way I love this pod. Exactly. At Brianna Richardson 94 said, this episode got me through post Thanksgiving dinner dishes. This is never a dull moment with y'all. Yay. And Lady Love Kim said, in Mecca's defense, green bean casserole is good.
It is. It's good. I would stand on it. The white people did their little 1-2 with that. Okay. So for Apple Podcasts, we have Tyler Brown. I kind of like the way you spell Tyler. That's interesting. Love me some Jamila and Mecca, my faves. Thank you, Tyler. And Anon_C12 said, listening to y'all is like being a part of the Mexican restaurant debrief during happy hour.
Wow, that's exactly what we wanted to feel like.
But so accurate.
No, exactly.
Can't wait till the next episode. And then Yurdan said, so happy to hear more of these lovely ladies. Mecca and Jamila are so funny. B Bigelow said, I was a member of That's the Jamila you've been talking about crew. LOL. Love seeing you ladies make it. We'll always support. Y'all gave us all of your business. Felt like a wine night, and I appreciate it while working. Oh, and Rihanna, however you spell it, forgive me, said, following you both separately and being one of the viewers who was like, OMG, a crossover whenever y'all paired up to this. Yeah, I'm here for this. Waiting for guest appearances from Sabrina and dare I even say Darrington. Mind you, Darrington want to be on the pod so bad, child. You know he thirsty.
I was gonna say,
He's so thirsty.
He's been asking.
Mariah9998 said, favorite podcast at the moment to get stuff done to feels like you're on FaceTime with your girls. And then there's one last one. Rosie1255 said, this podcast is not only funny, but it gives me so much wisdom. Mecca totally changed my perspective on working out and making sure I can move my body as long as I can. Jamila continues to prove speaking over your life is powerful and you can do it with your best girlies. I love you both. Oh, I love the both of them and look forward to Thursdays. Oh, that was so really nice. That's why I was like, oh my God, I'm tripping over my words, but it was so nice. Thank y'all
so much. I've really been enjoying everyone's feedback, honestly. Like, that's kind of my favorite part, just listening to what everybody has to say. So please keep sending your comments. Please keep responding to our TikToks, and wherever you can leave a comment, please do, because I really try my best to like read every last one of them. Even if we don't read it here, I'm reading it outside, and it really does.
Yes, I responded to one on YouTube. They were like, Mecca keeps talking over Jamila, which personally is a pet peeve of mine. So, okay. The reason Jamila...
I'm doing
I know you are so...
I be like this. If y'all ever see me doing this, it's because I want to talk. So I'm just like...
The reason that always gets me is because in real life, Jamila talks over me. So like what you're seeing is us trying, like Jamila's trying to hold herself from talking over me. So then I feel like it's looking like I'm talking over Jamila. But then when people say that, I'm like, this is not the truth. This is a lie.
No, and I unfortunately don't know how not to talk over people because my thoughts are louder than everybody else's words.
You've been doing really good though.
But no, I've been really trying to just shut the fuck up. It's something I have to be conscious about. Like when I'm in real life, I'm not conscious about it because I'm just like, this ain't no fucking podcast. I just talk. But it's a podcast, so I'm trying to be like,
it's literally
we listen and we don't judge.
Us at one music fest when I was like, I'll wait.
Like I said,
and everyone was laughing at me. I'm like, y'all, like she keeps interrupting me. Why is this funny to y'all?
I be having thoughts.
But all right, y'all. We'll definitely get up with y'all next week.
Yeah, see you next Thursday. Unhinged and Immoral is hosted by Jamila Bell and Mecca Evans.
Produced by Melisa D. Monts and Diamond MPrint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Llorens.
Production assistance by Melody D. Watson.
Music by Audie and Brooklyn Billionaires.